It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma on Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Happy Thursday, Trey.
Happy Thursday, Dan.
Happy Thursday, Raj.
Happy Thursday, Dan.
The story that just will not die is the Tyson versus Paul fight. And you know what? For once, I'm okay to beat a dead horse repeatedly. Over the years, I got pretty tired of it. Just after a while, I started to feel like the horse. But with the Tyson-Paul fight, I'm okay with it. And we talked about it this week about how the conspiracy theories have started rolling in about whether the fight was fixed, rigged, whatever. And after doing a deeper dive of social media analysis and some brutal self-reflection, I have come to the conclusion that the fight was in fact rigged, and I am not alone. And I would like to point out this is outside of my normal realm because, Raj, you are the conspiracy theorist on the show.
I'm glad to welcome you aboard.
Yeah, only in certain instances. In this one, I'm full conspiracy mode. And Trey, you're sort of our you are our documentarian, which sort of makes you our historian. So you kind of keep us grounded in reality. But I'm spiraling here, man.
Okay,
I went back and watched more videos, and the algorithms kept showing me more videos. And next thing you know, Sylvester Stallone comes out and says that Mike Tyson gave one of the great Oscar-winning performances. And I now think that Rocky also thinks the fight was rigged.
What did you expect? It was an exhibition fight.
So was Apollo versus Drago.
I'm pretty sure that one was rigged too.
Which tells you Sylvester Stallone knows a rigged fight when he sees one.
Okay.
He spent a good chunk of his career choreographing them.
I mean, we all fell into the trap of wanting Tyson to come out and just beat Jake Paul's ass.
Yes,
but at the end of the day,
I wanted 60 million people to witness a murder. That's what I wanted.
At the end of the day, we got what we all should have expected, which is a big payday for Mike, probably his last big payday. He saw the writing on the wall. Jake Paul has become a master at this. I mean, this is it's his forte. And you know, Netflix got a huge bump. Jerry World was sold out. Tickets, like the gate, I think they said the gate for the fight was 18 million.
Yep.
Everyone got paid. Why are we surprised? Why, if you think about it, this is exactly the ending that we all should have seen coming.
And this is why I'm so glad you're in the Treehouse with us, because like I said, you're here to keep us grounded. And in this case, you've grounded us so hard, you are deep in the pessimism bucket. And you're telling us that we are wrong to have had great expectations about the fight. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying thank you.
It wasn't a title fight. It was an exhibition fight. It was 2-minute rounds that were padded gloves. What?
I think when Mike Tyson moved it from an actual exhibition fight, when he said, I want to make this an actual fight, I thought we're going to get that Mike Tyson.
I still think that Tyson exists. I still think that Tyson exists, and you're right. He was not the same guy that we saw in the training videos. The better fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul happened at the weigh-in when Jake stepped on Mike's toe and Mike slapped him for it. That was a better fight than the one we acted in the actual fight.
Yes.
We all fell victim to it. But at the end of the day, you have to look back at it and go, that's exactly what we should have expected.
It's comeuppance for having hope is what you're saying.
Hope for what?
A murder.
Brain damage.
I mean,
I wanted it to be the easiest game of Clue in the history of Clue. It was Mike Tyson in the ring in Arlington, Texas.
With his fist.
The most
with the fist, yeah.
The best you were going to get is that they thought they could milk this for 2, maybe 3 fights, and so you did get like a knockout or something, and then they were going to do a second one. But and after that, I quit watching it after that third round. I couldn't watch Mike. I mean, Mike looked like a 58-year-old man in a boxing ring, and
no, see, that's where I beg to differ. He looked like a normal 58-year-old man in a boxing ring, not Mike Tyson 58.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mike Tyson 58 was still the one beating the crap out of the pads and the hand glove stuff and training. Now I know it's different when you get into a ring and someone's, when you've got a YouTuber punching your back. But I just no. And let me go back to what Sylvester Stallone said. And again, this is the guy who built the majority of his career choreographing fights. Okay. He said, just to set my personal record straight, business is business. Sometimes you have to do some things you have to do to sacrifice for the sake of helping your family. I've known this unbelievable athlete since he's 19 years old, talking about Tyson. And what we saw was him giving one of the great Oscar-winning performances of all time.
And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt Tyson was holding back. I don't doubt it. But it was Jake Paul's promotion, company. Jake Paul was calling the shots. Tyson saw 20 million at the end of the rainbow, and he did what he needed to do. Again, why did we expect anything differently?
Here's why. Because I thought after we had to see his ass, we would have gotten a good fight. Like we had to watch that. We had to watch that. Watch him walk away, and like, oh, there's his ass. He's crazy again.
Had he come out of the locker room wearing only that, Vegas would have broken.
I mean, I'll say this, you looked at that, you go, that is better than most 58-year-olds ass. Maybe he does have a chance.
Yeah. Now, of all the things that Mike Tyson did last Friday night that was worth 20 million, it was that butt probably.
Yeah, when the producer was like, "All right, and cut," and the camera guy goes, "Oh, wait, just wait."
Let me hold this. Let me hold this for just a couple of beats.
Camera guy saw it all along.
I mean, he zoomed in.
Listen, when Dolly Parton was in a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders uniform, did you want him to change the age limit for the cheerleaders?
No.
Okay, I mean,
I was just okay with Dolly being an exception.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, Dolly Parton, Mike Tyson, they've earned their place to be able to do just about anything they want. And if Dolly Parton wants to punch Jake Paul around while wearing nothing but Mike Tyson's jockstrap, I'll tune in for that too.
Yeah, that's why. Like when I saw him walk away and the bare ass happened, I was like, "Oh my god!" He gave an interview with his ass hanging out. He's Crazy Mike again. So that's who we're gonna get, and this fight will be over in 90 seconds. And then we had to watch 8 rounds of it.
Hey, even Crazy Mike knows 20 million is 20 million.
So that's why he had to continue to bite his glove to remember not to kill the white kid in front of him who had to sign the check. And that was the whole point. Jake Paul didn't pay the man until after the fight to make sure he could sign the check. He told Mike, if you kill me, you don't get paid.
So you don't think there's going to be a Tyson versus Paul 2?
No.
Not
unless they're gonna do like a street brawl version like Rocky V was.
I think because enough people are saying it was rigged that Jake Paul has to save face and go, you know what? Let's do a second one. No rules. The 3-minute rounds. No padded gloves.
Tyson is the one who wanted the 2-minute rounds.
Oh, I thought it was Jake Paul that wanted.
No,
that was a
2-minute rounds.
Thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, old man doesn't want to go 3-minute rounds.
I actually tried that the other day, and he was right. 2 minutes is all you need.
Yeah. If you've ever boxed 3-minute rounds, you don't know.
I tried 3 minutes, and I started walking around the gym with my ass out, and they told me not to come back.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Let's get Daniel Cook from Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration into the Treehouse. 833-COOK-DFW for your free roof inspection. The website, cookdfw.com. You guys do lots of great work on roofs, and the restoration part of the side of the business also means, you're doing remodeling work underneath the roof inside the home as well. And you were telling me just recently that you, Daniel, and Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration offer lifetime warranties on all your work.
Yeah, Dan, that's something that we talked about for a while now, and we decided to go ahead and just pull the trigger on it. We've had excellent reviews. We've had excellent referrals. People really love our work when they give us a chance, and we just want to put our money where our mouth is. And, and that's the best way I can always say that is just back it up. Back it up. When I was growing up and I told somebody I was going to kick their ass, you got to back it up. Well, now that I'm a grown man and we're doing professional services on people's homes and I tell them that they're never going to have a better experience, I'm backing it up. We're going to take care of your home because we want you to have that peace of mind knowing that after we left, you have the very best product left behind. Your home is safe. Your family's taken care of. And that you don't have to worry about us not coming back.
You can experience it for yourself, and you can put your money where Daniel's mouth is, and he'll honor it. As you just heard, even if he dies, he's still going to honor this stuff. I mean, that's some serious integrity and quality craftsmanship to have the confidence to be like, yeah, this is how we do things. So you give the man a call for that free roof inspection, 833-COOK-DFW, the website, cookdfw.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
That previous segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Fair Lease. To save time and money on your next new awesome vehicle, go to fairlease.org. That's fairlease.org to save time and money on your next new vehicle. Lease the no-hassle way from our friends at Fair Lease. The website, fairlease.org. Go there today. Tell them the boys in the Treehouse sent you. Fairlease.org. I am so excited to report that medical TikTok is back, baby. And not just back. It's never really gone, but there are certain trends on TikTok that come and go. But apparently medical TikTok is forever. It's just a matter of what the current hot trend is. And Trey, in addition to being our documentarian and grounding pessimist in the Treehouse, you are also our TikTok expert. So if you've seen some of this, please give us your deep insights here. Currently, there is a lady who's spreading information on the medical TikTok. Okay. And you know how they said that the internet, when it was created, might be one of the most dangerous things man has ever invented? Mm-hmm. It's for stuff like this. Okay. What I mean is, a new health hack on TikTok has come about, and there's a way that you can make your delivery pizza healthier if you just follow and do what this lady does on TikTok.
Pizza, and I want to see if anybody is as weird as I am when it comes to pizza. I learned this in college. And this. Okay, so you take the pizza, flip it, and you drop it.
Did you catch that? Let's start this over from the beginning so we can catch it all. It's a youngish lady, I'd say late 20s, early 30s, ball cap, jacket, t-shirt, jeans, in her kitchen. She's got her Domino's pizza, and she's going to turn it over. So the toppings now go to the roof of the box, and then she drops it on the floor.
Okay, so we just got Domino's pizza, and I want to see if anybody is as weird as I am when it comes to pizza. I learned this in college. And this. Okay, so you take the pizza, flip it, and you drop it. Pick it up, flip it, drop it. I know that's weird, but now all the grease is on top, and there's no more grease on your pizza. But
yeah, see, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I don't think that's how that works. You didn't magically knock all the grease out of the pizza into the roof of the pizza box, did you? I mean, you could have the same effect just by getting a paper towel and wiping the surface of it.
Yep. That was my first thought.
And you don't have, and you wouldn't look like an idiot on TikTok. Because now you're just messing up your pizza.
and it's just a cheese pizza, but there's no toppings, because that would all be on the roof as well. And then why order a pizza? I mean, that's the thing. If you're going for healthy pizza, you don't order pizza.
No.
That's the yeah.
You do one of two things. You either make it yourself or you don't eat it.
Yeah, and that's what they give you napkins in the bag, and you do the little blotting.
Yeah,
of the
and
grease.
And it doesn't remove all the grease from the pizza like she seems to think it does. If I let gravity suck out all the grease in my pizza, and it's now been degreased. It's now in the box. Like, lady, it's still in there. Did you get a little bit off the top? Sure, but it's soaked in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, how many millions of views does this have now?
This was like 4 or 5 days ago, and it's got, this makes me nauseous. Where do I see the views on TikTok, Trey? It's got over 3,000 shares, almost 14,000 likes, 199 comments, over 3,000 shares, and probably the most terrifying thing is about 1,000 people have saved this. So probably a couple million people have watched this.
Yeah, and of the couple of million people, you're going to get, 100,000, 200,000 people that are going to do this to their pizza, and then you're going to have all these pizza places that have people calling, going, "All my toppings are stuck to the top of the box."
Well, but you're going to get some great videos.
Yes.
This is what makes the internet so dangerous. Is it gives idiots a voice to share their idiot thoughts, and then other idiots soak it up like the roof of that pizza box.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what TikTok's platform is stupid people doing stupid things for stupid people.
Yeah. I couldn't help but think, though, it's like you've got like medical TikTok is a thing. It's like people sharing what they think is tried and true medical advice or whatever. Or in this case, how to degrease your pizza. And now it's fat free because you drop it a bunch and all the grease is on the roof of the pizza box. They have all these medical TV shows like Chicago Med. I would like them to do TikTok Med. I would watch that. I would like to see what Oliver Platt thinks about how to degrease a pizza. I don't think he knows.
I love those shows because there's never any Indian people on it, and that's when I lose interest. When I see Chicago Med and I know how many doctors in Chicago are Indian, and I don't see one, I'm like, this show has no credibility whatsoever.
Nope, it's not believable at all.
But she said that she learned this in college. Didn't she say that before she does the?
Yeah, so, I don't think it was a nutrition professor that taught her that. I think it's just something that they did when on too much Fireball in the sorority house.
God bless Aggie.
It's at Trey Trenholm 1 across all social media platforms. If you have something you'd like to share with our Trey, a Longhorn alum.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Tell me you're an Aggie without telling me you're an Aggie. Let's get Jacqueline from Brooks Plumbing into the Treehouse now. For any and all of your plumbing wants and needs, give her and all of them there a call, 214-368-3838, the website brooksplumbingtexas.com. When I had my house in Dallas, Jacqueline, you came out a few times to help us with some issues, and your response time was phenomenal. And it wasn't just because it was me. It was because that's the kind of company you run. You go out of your way trying to help every client and try to get there as soon as you can.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is that plumbing is unfortunately a need and not so much a want. Yes, you can want to remodel the bathroom and that's not pressing, but typically when it comes to service or leak investigations, et cetera, if you've got a stoppage on the main line and you don't know and you keep putting liquid or, waste into the drains, if it has nowhere to go, it will come back in the house. And at that point in time, it's no longer a want, it's a need. And that sort of thing can't wait. When you have those emergencies, You have got to figure out how to manage the crew so that you can have the best response time.
That's right. And they'll show up and they'll do it quickly. Call Jacqueline from Brooks Plumbing for any and all of those plumbing wants and needs. 214-368-3838. And again, that website, brooksplumbingtexas.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
That previous segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. For your free roof inspection and to get yourself on the Cook list to keep your home and roof safe. Call 833-COOK-DFW. That's 833-COOK-DFW or the website cookdfw.com. All right, before we get into what a real Tyrannosaurus Rex sounds like, I want to revisit TikTok Med for just a brief moment with the young lady we were talking about how to degrease your pizza when you get it delivered. So she takes her Domino's and she turns it over and drops it. I'm gonna share this with you again because I think I've come to a realization about this lady here. All right, here we go. Let me start her over. All right, this is how to degrease your pizza and make it fat-free, according to this lady on TikTok.
Okay, so we just got Domino's pizza, and I want to see if anybody is as weird as I am.
Yep.
When it comes to pizza, I learned this in college. And this. Okay, so you take the pizza,
Gig 'em.
flip it, and you drop it. Pick it up, flip it.
So what she's saying is that what she learned in college was to pick it up, flip it, and drop it. I think in college she was the pizza.
At A&M, that's called the wonders of gravity.
I think that's the climax of Fish Camp.
No, the climax was the bonfire.
Damn. I mean, God. Woo. Rest in peace, Jerry Self. Sorry, I knew one of the guys that died in that.
Oh, sorry about that. That just got weird.
Look, I have a dark past, and and in order for me to deal with my pain and things, I will have a tendency to poke fun at it.
Okay.
I have to, otherwise I'm gonna end up like this chick, where I'm picking myself up, flipping myself over, and dropping myself on the kitchen floor, and thinking I'm now fat free. All right, I'm going to play something for you guys. Does this noise scare you? If you were walking around the woods, say East Texas, say you had made a wrong turn somewhere near Athens, and you heard that noise, would you be upset? Would you be a little afraid? Or would you be like, just rednecks?
Yes.
Both can be true. Got it.
Both can be true simultaneously. I'm really scared because of rednecks, and I don't know why I'm in the woods. First of all, I wouldn't do that unless I'm with one of you, and that's where we're going.
I honestly was thinking more of like, lady, turn your vibrator down.
It sounds like you've said that before.
Yeah, not Trey's first time. No, according to science, they think they now know what a T-Rex actually would have sounded like, and that is this noise. Figuring out what dinosaurs actually sounded like is an almost impossible task because scientists can't exactly dig up a fossilized roar. But according to one paleontologist on Vox Science's Unexplainable podcast, he says most of the sound-producing structures are soft tissues or less resilient hard tissues. It's muscle and cartilage, and those tend not to fossilize. Still, scientists think it's an important question. Figuring out what dinosaurs sounded like means understanding the world they lived in a bit better and is a key understanding how they behaved. So they can actually look into living relatives of dinosaurs to reconstruct their sounds. If they share a common ancestor, they may have similar attributes like how they make sound. One such related group is crocodilians, like the crocodiles, alligators, and the caimans, who share a common ancestor with dinosaurs lived around 250 million years ago. So in 2017, Julia Clark from Texas recreated the sound of a T-Rex by using what we know about voice boxes and syringes. The paleontologist used a different method to figure out how dinosaurs would have sounded by using the call of a Eurasian bittern bird and the sound of a Chinese crocodile. She was able to understand that this was a more realistic depiction, as both are archosaurs or archosaurs, which are the precursors to dinosaurs. So this is what, according to science, a real Tyrannosaurus Rex sounds like. That right there would scare me, because that also sounds like the Predator. That's the Predator snarl in there.
Yeah, but didn't the T-Rex have really small arms?
Yes.
So it was
They're my favorite memes.
So it's got this menacing, like haunting roar, and then it can't do anything.
Oh, it can. It's just it's basically. I've said for many years, I believe nature has a way of balancing things out, right? I think this might be one of those things. Like the T-Rex is a great example of it, because it's a huge, menacing predator, and it's terrifying. And Mother Nature is also, in a good mood that day, because she also gave it baby arms.
So it can make that sound, but then it can't just like pick you up and eat you.
No, you gotta fall down. probably from laughing at it. That kind of sounds like if it was scratching its ass up against a really big tree.
Okay, I just that sounded like traffic in New York City is what that sounded like. It just sounded like the subway and like honking horns.
Yeah,
but that's supposed to be the T-Rex as well, or was that?
Yeah, this whole thing is supposed to be a T-Rex.
Huh. Yeah, that would scare me.
Now, would that scare you, or if you heard this instead, like Hollywood would have you believe?
That's
Hollywood wins.
And you said the study was done in Texas?
Uh-huh.
God bless Aggie.
They're really on a roll today, aren't they? We do science.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
The previous segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Brooks Plumbing. For any and all of your plumbing wants and needs, call Jacqueline at 214-368-3838. That's 214-368-3838. And the website, brooksplumbingtexas.com. That is brooksplumbingtexas.com. So we are now going to transition inside the Treehouse here from one of the most terrifying animal noises you could possibly ever hear, or actually possibly never hear, because it's a T-Rex, and you're probably not going to hear it. If you do, you're not going to have time to tell anybody about it. So we're going to go from a truly terrifying aural experience and go into what may be the most adorable flight delay you have ever heard of. 132 hamsters reportedly broke loose on a passenger plane, forcing it out of service for days. A Portuguese airline was forced to ground one of its passenger jets last week after discovering that 132 hamsters had escaped from cages in the cargo hold and roamed free throughout the aircraft. You know what? I'm sorry if we're already on board and they say, sorry, folks, we're gonna have to go back to the terminal because we got a bunch of hamsters running loose on the plane. I'd be like, okay, that would be awesome. Like, yeah, just let them run around and crawl all over. It's like basically it would take all the negative out of snakes on a plane if it's hamsters on a plane. Like, yeah, I'd be okay with those rodents.
Why were they 132 hamsters on a plane? Were they like hamster spring break or something?
Well, they were going to the Azores, which is an island group just off the coast of Portugal. A TAP Airlines Airbus that flew from Lisbon to the Azores of Ponta Delgada on November 13th was taken out of service after its arrival, and for 4 days as ground crew members scoured the plane for the hamsters. Reports by multiple Portuguese news outlets cited anonymous sources as saying baggage handlers had first noticed damaged cages after the plane landed and then saw the hamsters running amok in the cargo hold. And I'm a firm believer that in the journalism world, you do not use the phrase running amok loosely. So, these hamsters were having themselves a party. And if I know hamsters the way I do from my early 2000s MySpace days, I have an idea I know what they were doing. Just imagine 132 hamsters going down the aisle of your aircraft dancing.
It was a hamster rave.
It is, near Ibiza.
I forgot about this. This is so great.
Isn't it great? The hamster dance from MySpace days? Oh,
yeah.
God.
Dead Hamster was DJing.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to Dead Mouse?
Yes.
I got it. In case you're wondering, I did download this entire song.
That's all there is to it.
Sorry, folks. We're going to have to turn the flight around now. We've had a rave breakout so in the cargo hold. The hamsters have run amok.
Just little mini glow sticks everywhere.
It's the most adorable little tiny fist bumps. Oh, my goodness. Just fist pumping like crazy.
Just hamsters on Molly. That's awesome.
Just stomp your feet and clap your hands. Come on, everybody, it's a hamster dance. Bouncing time to the beat. Hey, you don't even have to move your feet. Just shake your thing, let me see you move. Now spin around and feel the groove.
Let's try it.
You did download the whole song.
You goddamn right I did. My wife sent me this story and I said, oh, finally, I have an excuse to play the hamster dance on the show.
So Hamster Cotton Eye Joe brings you this much joy.
It really does. I wish you guys please subscribe so you can just see his face.
It really does. It's brought a tremendous amount of joy to my day, and I hope it's done the same for you.
Like there was a lot of knocked up hamsters by the
That's
time they
what I
caught
was
them all.
gonna. Don't they breed really fast?
Oh yeah.
and
It started with 132. It's now like up to 1,000.
Yeah.
That's their plane now. Like you.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
It's the hamster love shack. It's just parked at the end of the runway. Like no one go near that. Just leave it. Just, ugh.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Raj mentioned it in the last segment. You can subscribe to get the full video episodes of the Treehouse at patreon.com/treehouseonair. You got 3 levels to choose from to subscribe to Treehouse Plus, Treehouse Super Plus, or Ultimate Treehouse. It's all the stupid inside the Treehouse. Available at patreon.com/treehouseonair. That's patreon.com/treehouseonair. It is Thursday, November 21st, 2024. So let's celebrate with some birthdays. Carly Rae Jepsen turns 39 today. She of Call Me Maybe fame, which, by the way, has 1.5 billion views on the YouTube, which is actually more than the Hamster Dance. I know because I've watched it.
And
the hamster dance a lot. Yeah.
There's a guy on. I've posted the video where he uses that song to reveal the Antichrist. It's in the song that he. So the number, like, here's my number. And he's saying that the number.
Oh, Call Me Maybe. I thought you were saying the Antichrist was unveiled in the middle of the Hamster Dance.
I think both of those could be true. One more fun than the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said that Carly Rae Jepsen's song is revealing the Antichrist to the world. And that's why she hasn't released anything since that song.
Well, she has. It's just not as catchy.
Gotcha.
She had another hit. It just wasn't that big. And I'll point out, I know this because my wife does event planning, and she did a wedding recently. And that song gets played at weddings. Like, it's still a dance number for some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
the next one that she does, though, I want to sneak into Hamster Dance just to see what people start doing. Just like to take a moment here to congratulate the very happy couple, ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Hamster Dance. Yeah. Just to see the family's faces.
Just do that at your last event. Like, when you're like, you know what? We're done with this business.
Uh-huh.
This is the last wedding we will ever do. And just put that on repeat and leave.
They'll do like a nice beach wedding and hit play. And then just walk out into the ocean like one of those.
Yeah.
like one of those Stars Born movies, like Chris Christopherson. Not dangling in the garage like the
Bradley Cooper version.
Right, the Brad Cooper version, yeah. Anyway, that's the wrong purple button. Hang on. Back to birthdays. So happy birthday, Carly Rae Jepsen. She is 39 today. Jenna Malone turns 40 today. She plays Joanna Mason in the Hunger Games sequels. She's the one that digs the tracker out of Katniss's arm in Catching Fire. She was also Jake Gyllenhaal's girlfriend Gretchen in Donnie Darko, and the only one to survive the horror movie The Ruins. So hopefully I didn't ruin that ending for you. The Bella twins, Brie and Nikki, are both 41, conveniently. Brie is married to WWE superstar Daniel Bryan. Nikki married her Dancing with the Stars partner Artem Shindid.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was? Oh, it was Nikki that was at one point with John Cena. Yeah.
Yes, and then the other guy is the one who got the domestic violence charge against him. That's why they're divorced now.
Gotcha. The Daniel Bryan guy, or
no? Daniel Bryan is a former WWE AEW.
Yeah,
married to her, and then the Artem was just is the one that apparently beat her up.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. But it's after she threw a shoe at him. So, I mean, you still shouldn't do that, but I think she was throwing stuff at his face.
That's also assault.
Yeah, but he didn't call, and then she called, and then he tried to call the police back and say that it didn't happen. And then when they got there, she was visibly beaten up.
Okay. Let's celebrate more birthdays. Well, here's an upper. Rain Phoenix is 52. She's the sister of Joaquin and the Lake River. Michael Strahan, Good Morning America host, is 53 today. Still has the NFL record for most sacks in a season. Ken Griffey Jr., retired Major League Baseball player, is 55 today. One of my favorite baseball players of all time. So happy birthday, Ken Griffey Jr. Brought me a lot of joy in my baseball days. One of my favorite football players of all time, because we are in Texas and we are all Cowboys fans. The one and only, the great Troy Aikman, is 58 today.
Wow.
And it's great to not only have one of the all-time great quarterbacks as a part of your favorite team's franchise history in Troy Aikman, but also now that Aikman is sort of like a full-on Cowboys fan like the rest of us, he has to watch the games like we all do, and he also hates them.
Like we all do.
Yeah.
Like we all do. Meanwhile, someone who's beloved in her home country of Iceland, Björk, is 59. Her songs include Big Time Sensuality, Earth Intruders, and Human Behavior. Nicolette Sheridan turns 61. She was probably best known as Edie Britt on Desperate Housewives. Lonnie Jordan from War is 76. Some of their biggest hits, The World is a Ghetto, The Cisco Kid, Why Can't We Be Friends, and Lowrider. Lowrider is one of those songs that every time you hear it, you just can't help it. It's just, you start bobbing your head to it. It's one of the catchy classic songs of all time. This is how it goes.
I thought you were going to play that and say that's Bjork's latest hit.
This song really gets around.
Yeah.
So, if today is your birthday, happy birthday from all of us here inside the Treehouse.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
When you're at treehouseonair.com, you can talk back to us right here inside the Treehouse. At treehouseonair.com, lower right-hand corner, you can see right there on the side a little microphone. You can click on that and leave us a message. It'll come right to us here inside the Treehouse. So Treehouse Talkback is available to you now at treehouseonair.com. Just click on that little microphone and you can leave us a message. Very cool. Back inside the Treehouse now. I'm Dan O'Malley along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma. I think we got to all the birthdays. What was it, Raj, you were asking about Bjork?
Yeah, I hadn't heard her name in so long, and I was like, the only thing I remember was I think she had some sort of weird meltdown at like the AMAs, like a music, an award show. Like she was wearing the swan dress, and then she had some like on stage, like they had to at one point cut away from her, like they had to go to commercial.
It was the VMAs, the MTV VMAs.
Oh yeah, that's right. When MTV
I don't
had the
remember
awards.
this.
Yeah, it was like late 90s, I think.
Yeah, MTV was the station that it showed music videos.
Yeah, and created reality TV, the Real World.
Yep.
They're responsible for all of the reality TV.
Carson Daly. That's,
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, she had some weird breakdown on stage, and it was like she was like I think she was banned from the awards for a while.
Really?
Because of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you couldn't do that these days. I mean, you could have the breakdown, but instead of them cutting away to commercial, they would probably actually stay with the shot and then use it as a learning experience for anyone and everyone struggling with mental illness.
That's probably true. I mean, you can also slap the host if you want to for mentioning your wife. If you want to do that, you can watch somebody commit a felony and then stay to accept the Oscar.
Yeah. Well, the reason why that felony happened is because he wanted to do that. He wanted to keep the felony in the family, but that's wrong. So he took it out on Chris Rock's face instead.
Yeah.
Two felonies don't make a right.
That's funny. I watched Landman, the new Bob Thornton show. Taylor Sheridan production. Fantastic. It will be the next Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny, I was watching the opening credits and it's MTV production. I was like, oh, that's what they're doing with it now. Like I think CBS is just like, hey, do we have any shell companies laying around? Oh yeah, MTV. Oh, come on.
That's where they're funneling the money to.
Yeah.
MTV's based out of the Bahamas now.
What? Like I know MTV has I think they've made movies before, or been like a production company, but I want to say I want to say I know that I've seen it before, like MTV something, but it doesn't really
Yeah,
fit
like
with the
Beavis
MTV.
and Butthead.
That was it. I believe that was it. Yeah. Beavis and Butthead Across America. I think that was the MTV production I was thinking of.
And the next thing they do, Landman. They passed on Howard Stern's Fart Man. They went with Landman instead.
Turns out they're super picky. After they set the bar so high with Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yeah, but I think they now have like MTV3 is the one that actually shows music videos now. So they've gone back like it's a channel like you.
Oh God, because it used to be, the original MTV was all about showing music videos and music news, and then MTV2 came along, and then they pushed all the videos over to MTV2, and MTV1 started doing Real World and TRL and all these other things, and the homeless guy that became a VJ contest, and now there's MTV3. That's where the videos are.
And then the reality TV took over MTV2. Then that's when they pushed everything to VH1.
Yeah. Well, then VH1 started doing like reality TV. They started
the music videos.
Yeah, they started the Hip Hop Wives, and they're like, you know what? Let's just do MTV3, and if you subscribe to some weird package, you'll get it.
What the hell's going to be on MTV The Ocho? It's just going to be like old.
Hamster raves.
Hey, I'm here for it. MTV The Ocho, all hamsters all the time. Jesus Christ. For all things Treehouse, go to treehouseonair.com. Be sure to follow us on social media at Treehouse On Air. For me, it's at the Dan O'Malley. For Trey, it's at Trey Trenholm 1. And for Raj, it's at Comedian Raj. Once again, for all things Treehouse, treehouseonair.com. We will see you back in the Treehouse tomorrow, which will mean it is Friday. I can't quite hit the hamster note. Sorry.